Okay, we're back with Discworld Noir, and let's see, what have I got to do? I have to stop him from walking over there. No, come over here. That's a good boy. Alright, got some things. Need to find... Where are we? Let's do some of this. Oh, Salachi Mausoleum. I need to find someone who can get through the Salachi Mausoleum. And the last thing I picked up was the name Al-Khali because he decided to raid my office. Let's go out and see if anybody knows anything about him, shall we? Where to start? Rodan's workshop, I guess, although this guy was pretty useless last time. I like that we got Malachites and he's like a thinker in the background.
Hello again.
Oh, I've got to wait ages for him. I forgot about that. Oi, I'm trying to talk to you.
Do I know you? Here we go again.
Yeah, that's true enough.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
Where do I know that name from?
Obviously you
It
don't
wasn't
know
hard
it.
to lose patience with Rodan. Every day probably took him by complete surprise.
Yeah, that was that then, I guess.
I guess you'd better get back to your work.
Bit of a head scratcher going on there. I doubt Malachite will know anything about it, but you never know.
Hello again, Malachite. No, I know how you'd love to.
That's
For you to wear
what he says. That's all he says.
Beautiful
Hello, mate.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
Malachite.
It was as talkative as a corpse, and only slightly more attractive.
Guess not. Goodbye.
Always
Thank
a
you for
pleasure
your
talking at you, Malachite.
thank you for your cooperation. Cooperation? Cooperation. So not there. That's where we start from. The wharf, is it worth it? Ah, might talk to this guy about
Still
it.
here? Not for much longer, I hope.
Do you know anything about this chappie?
I gave the description of Al-Khali to the first mate, and he recognized it.
Yay!
Yeah, that's the dwarf who was asking about Monday before. Strange little fellow.
A word of advice. Don't use phrases like strange little fellow when you're talking about dwarves. Especially not drunken dwarves, or dwarves like Al-Khali who seem to think they're invulnerable.
Well, that was useful, I guess.
Well, safe voyage, if that's possible.
Okay, let's press on. Actually, let's go back. Can I go back to... Oh, I was about to say can I go back, but he's there. Pier 5, I doubt it, but you never know.
I've got a few more questions.
That's lucky.
Very talkative, this guy.
I gave the watchman Al-Khali's description. He didn't recognize it.
Oh. Okay, that's good.
I have a feeling I'll see you later.
I can't wait.
I've forgotten what this guy's for, whether you actually speak to him for anything. And you're obviously not getting anywhere that way. Octarine Palette. Yeah, she's busy singing.
I'm back, so I can see.
Funny thing I found out. I'll let him
What do you
do this
know
part
about
first.
a dwarf named Al-Khali? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
Funny thing I learnt about Luton and this chap here, they're voiced by the same
Until
person.
later, Mankin.
They're voiced by Rob Brydon, the Welsh comedian. I wouldn't have thought of that. Not for Luton, at least. I can hear it with this guy, but not for Luton. Oh, come on, Ruby. Not Ruby, Sapphire. Ruby's the one in the books. Oh, is he still going?
There was nothing I could do with the stage other than be glad I didn't have to perform on it.
Skin like sandpaper, baby. There's no one greater.
I think she's finished.
Good to see you again, Sapphire.
Feelings neutral, I'm sure.
Do you know this person?
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Kali?
Sapphire know a lot of people, but don't know everyone, mister.
Guess not. Sidopolis Yard. Let's see if the Nobby knows anything about him.
Hello again. Hello. Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al-Kali? Never heard of him.
Ah.
How did you know he was male, then? You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun. Okay. Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was. One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby. Is it normally kept covered, or what? I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby.
Yeah, let's not go near that one. Let's carry on this way. That's the mausoleum. There's not much point going there. I don't think there's anybody there. I can try.
I tried to find
no.
grave, but it was a waste of time. You'd
Yeah, a
need
bit
to
of
be
a
an
maze, this
expert in
place.
heraldry or genealogy to even begin to navigate around it. I'll say this for the nobility: they keep their dead well indexed.
Guessing not. That's the yard. Guess this is the only place left then. I hope somebody here's heard of this guy. It's about my only remaining lead. Yeah.
Hello again.
Hello yourself.
What do you know about
Do
a
you know
dwarf
anything about him?
named Al-Kali?
There no one I know.
Oh dear, this is not going well, is it? How about this way?
You came back.
I'm not staying. What do you
Oh,
know about
she
a
doesn't know anything
dwarf
either.
named Al-Kali?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Great. Do you know anything about the Salachi
You wouldn't
Mausoleum?
happen to know your way around the Salachi family mausoleum by any chance?
I'm sorry, Luton. I don't know anything about that.
Well, that didn't go according to plan at all.
Hello again.
Oh,
Hello
hello.
yourself.
I'm missing something. Must be something I'm missing.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conquers mean anything to you?
How many names is that?
Two.
Apparently not.
They were on your ship.
Ah, I see. Ask me that question again.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conquers mean anything to you?
Yes, they were on my ship.
You're not gonna tell me anything useful, are you?
It's not looking likely, is it?
That's funny. I don't think I can speak to this guy either. Come on, what's the answer to this one? Nobody knows anything about Al-Kali. rather annoyingly. Is there anything over here? Not really, and I can't go down there.
I decided not to try stealing the wine barrels.
Okay. Oh, I was hoping inspiration would strike me. But it's really not. Oh, yeah, there's an unseen university there. Dopolis, Octarine Parrot, Pier 5. The answer must be here somewhere. The answer has to be here somewhere. Let's go back to Luton's office. Where's a Bing? Oh, okay.
All I had to do was track down Mundy and tell Carlotta where he was.
Yeah, I'd like to know where Carlotta is herself, actually.
I could hardly carry the desk around, even if I wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, there's a note down here. That's something to know.
The note had been pushed under my door by Carlotta.
Luton, I am anxious to see you again and to find out how the case is going. Come to the von Uberwald mansion on Moon Pond Lane. Carlotta von Uberwald.
Ah.
Carlotta was a member of the von Uberwalds, one of the richest and most reclusive families in Ankh-Morpork. That explained why she could afford to offer to pay me so much. It didn't explain why she hadn't got around to paying me yet. But I could wait, at least until the rent was due.
Okay, here we go. Right, we're back on. The case is on. As a certain other detective says, the game is afoot.
I already had a bad feeling about the Mundy
I have
case.
a bad feeling
But
about this
learning that
place.
my employer was a von Uberwald didn't fill me with confidence. I didn't
have
know
a
the
bad
facts
feeling.
about the von Uberwalds, but the rumors were bad enough.
May I help you, sir?
You could let me in for a start.
Very good, sir.
And don't call me sir.
As you wish, sir.
Oh
May I
dear.
take your coat and hat, sir?
Thanks, but no. I feel naked without them.
That must make it difficult to clean them.
Was that a joke?
I never joke, sir. It's not my job. I may lie, dissemble, or deceive, but I never joke.
Look, I don't want you to take my coat, okay?
But of course, sir. Sir is welcome to drip all over the immaculate hardwood floor that I spent several hours polishing
dear.
this morning, because Sir is a guest, and Sir is entitled to do whatever Sir wishes.
Wow, that was good.
Nice house.
Sir's taste in architecture
Oh,
must
no.
be quite exquisite to so accurately summarize the many splendid cornices and archaic stained glass frescoes of this splendid Lorenzian building as nice.
You have a gift for making people feel welcome, don't you?
One is blessed.
Let's see. Let's start with this.
I have an invitation from Carlotta.
Ah, Sir is as quick to reach the point of Sir's visit as a tortoise with a war wound is in crossing a very large desert. I will fetch Mistress Carlotta for Sir, provided Sir would be so kind as to wait here and not to touch the valuable and irreplaceable furniture that adorns the room Sir is currently dripping on.
I'll see what I can do.
I like him. He's that sort of way of being very rude while being very polite.
I couldn't think of a good reason to steal the painting, even though it would have looked great on my office wall. The painting bore a striking resemblance to Carlotta.
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald, née Leopoldine. My predecessor, in a sense.
Hello.
Are you a duchess?
No, but the resemblance is impressive, isn't it? My husband was struck by it from the moment I met him.
Where is your husband?
Dear Ulrich passed away during a civil uprising in Uberwald several years ago. Quite a terrible business, actually. Peasants, pitchforks, burning torches. The usual sort of thing.
Usual?
For Uberwald, certainly. Their ways may seem barbaric, but it's just the way things have always been done. If there wasn't a civil uprising every few years, I do believe the nobility would be most disappointed. Dying at the hands of a mob in a burning castle is practically traditional.
Tradition important to you, is it?
Ever the investigator, eh, Luton? Even your employer isn't beyond suspicion.
My old boss used to say that everyone was guilty of something.
That's
And
a
what are you
Vimes.
guilty of?
Too many things, sweetie, but nothing you need to know about.
That's definitely a Vimesism, I think.
You wanted to know how the case was going.
A girl's got to have hobbies.
I think I'm getting somewhere.
We're all getting somewhere, Luton. The question is, am I going to like where you're going?
I guess we'll just have to find that out the old-fashioned way.
That's me, an old-fashioned girl.
Like the girl in the picture.
The Duchess? She was quite a trendsetter in her era. She wore her dress so high, you could almost see her ankles.
My heart is pounding at the thought.
Ulrich.
So what's the story with you and Ulrich?
Do you believe in love at first sight, Luton?
It saves a lot of time, certainly.
Ulrich fell for me the moment we met. I guess seeing that painting every day probably helped.
Don't sell yourself short. You have a few assets of your own. I'm sure it was an equitable transaction.
You think I married him for his money?
Did you?
Let me tell you something, Luton. I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is better.
Did you love him?
Does it matter?
It matters to me.
Maybe I did. I guess it depends on what love is.
Love is a moment of weakness that allows someone to hurt you more than you ever thought possible. Men were given the strength to be brutes to women, and women were given love to wreak their revenge.
Who was she, Luton?
Wow.
Who?
The one who left you with such a high opinion of women. She must have been quite a gal.
I don't have much
Case.
to tell you about the case, I'm afraid.
You still haven't found Mundi?
Not yet. I might do a better job if I had more money at my disposal.
Ah, yes, of course. You haven't been paid yet.
Well, it had crossed my mind.
I'm sure I could sort something out.
I didn't doubt that she could. The question was, would she? And more to the point, when would she?
The Duchess.
What can you tell me about the Duchess?
The Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald. Born Charlotte Ameliorati Victoire Tangerine Leopold.
Oh, wow.
She married the Duke when she was 13, which was the style at the time. She was considered a risque dilettante by most of the nobility of Uberwald, and rumors abounded that she caused the heart attack that killed the Marquis of Grand Mal when she showed him her naked knees. Her corset was said to be so tight that her first pregnancy went into extra time, and her first and
Hey?
only son had learned his first word by the time he was born.
You're pretty good on this family history business, then.
I dabble.
Ooh. Might be useful. I could just... Is it worth going down all this lot? Do you think
Have
about
you heard of a
Lodestone?
singer named Madame Lodestone?
Sorry, Luton. I've never heard of them.
Okay, let's try that one.
I need your help.
I'm not hard to get, Luton. All you have to do is ask.
I need your knowledge. I need to find a particular tomb in the Salaci Mausoleum, but I don't know enough about genealogy. You do.
The Selaci Mausoleum? That could be trouble.
Don't worry. I'm not going to mess with the tombs. I know better than to offend a family whose ties with the Assassin's Guild go back to its very foundation. I just want to see if someone's buried there.
Who's the stiff?
A troll named Therma.
A dead troll? You don't get much stiffer than that, I suppose.
Will you help me or not?
Of course, although I'm not really properly dressed for a mausoleum. You don't mind waiting while I get changed?
It's not like Therma's going anywhere.
If Sarah is not too busy, the master of the house wishes a word with you.
And if I
Okay.
am too busy?
The master of the house still wishes a word with you, and I shall be forced to beg.
That sounds like it could be fun.
Did I say beg, sir? I meant resort to violence.
In this case, Lead the way.